ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
And coming up on ABC7 News at Noon, a murder trial continues for a man accused of attacking two longtime friends. Also, a warning about the increased danger of having a heart attack while shoveling all that fresh snow. And a year-long celebration is underway in Milo, where residents are celebrating their bicentennial. We'll see what they have planned. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Craig Colson, sitting in once again for Susan Farley. Well, by now, a lot of people have sore muscles out there, sore backs. They've been busy shoveling all that fresh snowfall. We received a little bit more snow than expected here in the Bangor area. I think the forecasters were predicting up to 10 inches. Here in Bangor, we ended up with about 12 inches in all, 12 inches and a half. According to my list here. Actually, I looked around at some of the snowfall totals this morning. Pittsfield came in with 14 down on the coast in Belfast. They got about 9 inches last night. Deer Isle, 5 inches. Carmel, 17 inches. Just down the road in Carmel, they got a bunch. While just up the road in Orono, they got about 7 inches. It really kind of depends on where you live. And guess what, folks? If you like shoveling snow, you're going to get to do it again because another storm is going to be moving into the area tomorrow night, bringing lots more snow to the state of Maine. For more on that, let's turn things over to Devin.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Lou G and Fredericks across the Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alright, look at this. We have winter storm watches in effect for the entire state because we do have a winter storm that will be moving in later on, especially as we head towards Wednesday night into Thursday with snow. In some areas, we'll see a transition to rain. We also have small craft advisories remaining in effect until 5 a.m. on Wednesday morning as the surf continues to remain active along the coast. But here's the good news. Things are really starting to calm down. We do have clouds moving in. We may have a few snow showers and snow flurries in the northern ends of the state, but I think everyone else will stay dry today with a mixture of clouds and sun in general. Let's zoom things out right now. That's kind of the only thing going on is we have that other system that has moved out towards sea, so that's getting out of here. Now we have this kind of moving in, and that'll give us a little bit of snow again as we head towards later on today, especially in the northern ends of the state. But I think for us, though, it may fizzle out before it makes it in our neck of the woods. Otherwise, though, a mixture of clouds and sun today, really clearing out of here later on tonight as we become mostly clear. And then more clouds will be moving in from the south and west ahead of our next system throughout the day for your Wednesday. Winds will switch directions a bit, but 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds possible today. But look what happens tonight and parts of tomorrow. The winds really begin to calm down, at least for a brief time, until that next system begins to move in. For today, mid-30s, partly cloudy to maybe mostly cloudy at times. West wind at about 20 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, mixture of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures make it into the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Devin, we'll look forward to hearing about that next storm on the horizon. First, today's news. Testimony resuming today in Augusta for the murder trial of a Gardner man. Dylan Ketchum says he was defending himself in January of 2020 when he shot one of his former friends and slashed another. Prosecutors say Ketchum lured Jordan Johnson and Caleb Trudeau to a secluded location to discuss a disagreement over stolen money and a bicycle. Johnson was shot in the head and died, and Trudeau was attacked with a large knife that left him badly injured. The defense claims it was Ketchum who was lured to the location and that he was simply defending himself when he was attacked by the other two men. Ketchum's first trial was declared a mistrial after jurors were shown graphic videos of police officers tending to the two victims. He's now charged with murder and elevated aggravated assault. We'll also be in the courtroom today, and we'll have the very latest tonight on ABC7 News at 6. A car wreck in Etna yesterday sent at least one person to the hospital. A little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Etna Fire and Rescue, as well as Carmel Fire and Rescue, all responded to a 3-car crash on the Stage Road. When crews arrived, they found all 3 cars damaged and that one person needed to be rescued from a vehicle. That person was transported to the hospital. Etna Volunteer Fire and Rescue has asked by way of Facebook that everyone use caution today as the roads are still pretty slippery out there. The road crews doing the best they can, but still some snow and ice on the roadways. Experts, meanwhile, are warning about the dangers associated with a chore that many Mainers have to get done. Shoveling all that snow can also increase the chances of having a heart attack. Devin Dagnall explains.
Although it may seem little more than an irregular task here in Maine, the American Heart Association and medical professionals are warning against the risk of shoveling snow. In an article published by the American Heart Association, Barry Franklin, a professor of internal medicine at Oakland University, says shoveling a little snow off of your sidewalk may not seem like hard work. However, the strain of heavy snow shoveling may be as or even more demanding on the heart than taking a treadmill stress test. Franklin explained that elevated heart rates can lead to heart attack and stroke for at-risk individuals.
Snow shoveling heart rates can exceed 85% of maximum heart rate. And that's very similar to intense aerobic exercise, which is exactly what they'd be doing if a cardiologist did put you under a cardiac stress test. That's what they're trying to achieve.
Even with the American Heart Association's warnings, Mainers are still out here getting the job done.
Father said, wherever you live, you don't complain about the weather, and I came up for the weather.
Kaylin Anderson says she's listening to all of the warnings about shoveling, but at the end of the day, she knows her body best.
This year, I'm reminding myself you haven't shoveled in a year. Be aware of what's going on with your body. You know the symptoms, you know what you can look for. Do what you can, and if you need to take a break, you take a break.
According to the American Heart Association, you should immediately stop activities if you experience chest pain or pressure, lightheadedness, heart palpitations, or irregular heart rhythms. Call 911 if the symptoms don't subside quickly. In Brewer, Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Looks like they were having a little fun in the snow, too. Well, now a reminder for motorists, especially those who frequently park on the streets. Many cities and towns have parking bans in effect throughout the winter months. Here in Bangor, there is a parking ban in effect, or was one in effect from 11 o'clock last night until 6 this morning, and that'll also be the case tonight as well. This gives city crews time for snow management and removal operations. During the parking ban, vehicles may not be parked on city streets and may be ticketed or towed at the owner's expense. Augusta also put a parking ban into effect from yesterday until 4 o'clock this afternoon, from 4 yesterday until noon today, so it just expired. Absolutely no vehicles were to be parked on city streets. Winter parking permits are not exempt from the ban. You should also please check with your town or city to see what they need from you to get their snow removal done. Again, those parking bans will remain in effect tonight and tomorrow as well, because the crews come in and they take the big rigs to try to remove all the snow that piles up along the sidewalks. Now, the latest round of snow is nothing new. It's been an active month for winter storms. Yesterday's storm was actually the third in the past week. Our Matthew Jurasic tells us how the falling snow is also boosting business for a lot of people.
The thought of snow causes headaches for many, back pain for others having to go outside and dig out their cars and driveways. However, plow drivers and companies supplying snow equipment have been capitalizing on this very busy winter storm season.
As soon as the first of the year hit, it's just been nonstop. You know, our phones haven't stopped ringing.
It's an important job. It's a tough job, but we enjoy doing it.
According to James Gallant, owner of Bangor Lawn and Landscape, he hasn't seen it snow this frequently in Maine for a long time. He's doing his best to keep up with the demand.
The last 4 or 5 years, we really haven't had a lot of snow. 5-10 years ago, it used to snow like it is today. Now that it hasn't snowed in the beginning of the winter, it'll snow pretty well through the end of January into February.
Aaron Libby, the general manager of Scott's Recreation in Orono, says he typically sells parts to commercial plowers. But with the amount of snow the region is receiving, he says he's been seeing much more of a demand for personal snowblowers and tractors.
Everyone looking for implements, and not just commercial guys either, it's just homeowners, we sell all the way down to the smaller subcompact 21 horsepower tractors, it's not just a commercial thing anymore.
Heading deeper into the winter season, Gallant says his team is prepared to take care of all snowstorms being anticipated in the future.
Our expectations are that we're going to have an active weather pattern right through the end of February. Our crews are trained and are ready and able to make sure that these roadways and everything stays clear for the next 6 weeks.
In Bangor, Matthew Jurasic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And while the weather kept plow drivers busy throughout the day and last night, some of the people we spoke with chose to dig out using a shovel. Students who had the day off from school yesterday joined forces earlier in the day to shovel the sidewalks and entrances into businesses and apartments located on Center Street in Brewer. The students and their shovels were a welcome sight for Maria Gattani, who was trying to clear out her vehicle with a cooking pot.
I didn't have a shovel. I didn't really feel like going out and getting one. It's like, this is the best thing that I had.
Today we've only done, I guess, like 3 or 4. But we have a couple more to do.
I think they're fantastic for shoveling and, clearing us out a path. That is amazing.
A 15-year-old Silas Pepin and his friends said that the snow was light and fluffy, so that made shoveling a little bit easier. Somebody needs to get Maria a shovel. I have to write that down. Get Maria a shovel. Okay. The federal government has denied a request to impose a new speed limit for ships to prevent collisions with whales. Environmental groups had asked the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration to expand the slow zones along the East Coast. They say it would add extra protection this spring when right whales are traveling from their calving grounds off the southern states up to their feeding grounds along New England and Canada. According to the Associated Press, NOAA has denied the request and is instead focusing on long-term solutions to prevent ship collisions and net entanglements. It also felt there isn't enough time to craft those new regulations to implement them before the spring migration is underway. Well, coming up on the latest on yet another mass shooting in California, and Milo is observing its 200th birthday this year, and lots of events are planned for their bicentennial. Those stories and more, along with your full forecast, as ABC 7 News at Noon continues.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Gracie's Aunts Emporium, Katahdin Federal Credit Union, Katahdin General Store LLC, Katahdin Hardware and Appliance, and Maine Heritage Timber.
I told her, don't get the court involved.
Why did you want the court involved?
Because I don't want to deal with this.
We will do what is right and just.
Okay,
stop banging.
I'm done here. I could just walk.
No, you're not done here. I'm not done. When I'm done, and then you're done.
Hot Bench. Tuesday at 3 on ABC 7.
How do you figure that it's not your fault? If not yours, then whose?
Marilyn Millian.
Look, Miss.
Don't call me Miss, it's Judge.
Well, Miss Judge.
Not Miss Judge, just Judge.
The People's Court.
I like this style, Judge.
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
The dogs bit me from behind.
A pit bull owner oblivious to reality.
You still have all these dogs, sir?
Yes, I do. They're great dogs, too.
While a neighbor suffers through the aftermath.
Where are you giving the rabies shots?
2 in the thighs, 2 in the arms at the same time, and 1 in the bite. And that was one day. And then I had 3 more after that.
That's because your dogs didn't have rabies shots.
Next Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 5, only on ABC 7.
Half-off deals. Save money at foxbangor.com right now. Get the best deals from restaurants, family fun activities, events, and your favorite stores all in one place. Go to foxbangor.com and click on half-off deals and see all the money you could be saving. Half-off deals at foxbangor.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Gas prices are on the rise. According to a recent survey by GasBuddy, the survey says that average gasoline prices have risen 7.7 cents per gallon in the last week. The average today is $3.42 per gallon. That is 2 cents higher than just a month ago. The average price for diesel has also risen 2.6 cents in the last week and stands at $4.60 a gallon. And if you're looking for the cheapest price around, you can find it at $3.13 per gallon for regular gas. Check out gasbuddy.com to find the locations of the cheapest gas near you. Maybe you'll save a few bucks. Well, the Milo Historical Society is busy as it can be, organizing events to mark the town's 200th anniversary. Volunteers and community members plan to honor this historic milestone with a celebration each month throughout the entire year. As Jody Hersey tells us, the first gathering is planned for this weekend.
I was born here, grew up here, and so I have a lot of memories. And I grew up in the 50s and the 60s, which to me was the best of times.
A lot of those best times, according to Milo resident Joan Henderson, happened right here inside Milo's Town Hall on Pleasant Street.
It seems like our whole life was here in this building. We did everything here. Our high school didn't have a gym. And so we traipsed down High Street to here for, concerts, pictures for the yearbook. This is where our basketball teams played.
While Milo is celebrating its 200th anniversary this year, two of the town's most cherished landmarks are also marking a milestone birthday in 2023.
And it's also, in January, it's the birthday of this building, Milo Town Hall. It's 100 years old, and the Milo Library is 100 years old.
Milo resident and photographer Blaine Chadwick makes sure to preserve the town's history with each picture he captures.
Now working with this Historical Society, I see all the old photos, and that gives me an idea of where to put my camera to see the differences in time as time has gone by.
Chadwick's work can be seen in a new Milo calendar, an item created just this year for the town's bicentennial.
It has old photos from the town. And then you have every event that's going on has a color highlighting it and gives you the dates and times of when it's going to happen.
The first celebration, which will include birthday cake, guest speakers, and music by the Wildwood Band, will take place on Saturday, January 28th at the Milo Town Hall. In Milo, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, we'll have some more national news and your complete weather forecast. We'll tell you about the latest on the approaching storm. ABC 7 News at noon continues.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order statewide. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Coldbrook Mitsubishi, Family Pet Connection, Grey Wolf Auto LLC, The Bankery and Skowhegan Florist, and Unwind.
Find meaningful work in direct care, like Justin, who works with people who are brain injured in a residential care facility.
Make sure you're compatible, because if you're going to be a DSP, you want to do it because you want to and enjoy it, not for a job. The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, outgoing, and understanding.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
This week on Wheel, Ebony loves a good fight.
I may not look it, but I love to see the violence, punching in the face.
But can she knock out a win? Plus, Brandon, the
comedy stage hypnotist. Stay relaxed, and then they'll pretty much do anything I ask. It's like being a game show host.
Exactly. And we've got Ben.
What's shaking, bacon? May I buy a vowel?
Well, you have no money, so...
Dag nabbit!
You're going to be trouble, aren't you?
Well, we'll see about that.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
On Jeopardy! Last week, 5 different players rotated through the champions podium.
We have another new champion today.
This week, can one of these players put together their own streak?
That's correct. You just ran that category. Things can change very quickly in this game.
Everything.
Let's go for it. We got a game.
10,000, please.
Wow.
All this week on Jeopardy!
This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Everyone, there have been more deadly mass shootings in California. The suspect, accused of killing 7 people at 2 locations in the San Francisco area, is now in custody. Those shootings coming less than 48 hours after 11 people were shot to death during a Lunar New Year celebration near Los Angeles. ABC's Justin Finch has more.
South of San Francisco, law enforcement responding to 2 fatal shootings at nearby landscaping nurseries in the city of Half Moon Bay.
This kind of shooting is horrific. It's a tragedy that we hear about far too often.
Just after 2:00 p.m. Monday, authorities called to one nursery, finding 4 victims shot to death. A 5th rushed to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Soon after, 3 more people were found shot and killed at another nursery. Heartbreaking headlines for this close-knit community.
When it comes home to you like this in a small town like this, it really does bring it home, and it's just deplorable.
Hours later, our San Francisco station capturing the takedown of lone suspect Chun-Li Zhao. The 67-year-old spotted at a county sheriff's substation with a semi-automatic handgun found in his vehicle. The motive not immediately clear, but Zhao is believed to have worked at one of those nurseries and is reportedly cooperating.
There are simply too many guns in this country, and there has to be a change.
The death toll in the Southern California shooting rising to 11. That majority Asian American suburb now canceling Lunar New Year events and holding vigils instead. And we're learning the names of some of the victims killed in that Monterey Park shooting, including 65-year-old May Nan. Her family says she was known for her smile and kindness.
That was Justin Finch reporting. A new study backs evidence that sleep is vital for a healthy heart. Columbia University researchers examined the effects of sleep on cardiovascular health risk. This follows the American Heart Association's new edition of Sleep to Life's Simple Measures, which is a list of health factors that influence a heart's well-being. Researchers found sleeping 7 to 9 hours is beneficial to cardiovascular health. Risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity also increases for those who sleep. Shorter durations. Well, Pizza Hut sets a new record for biggest pizza ever. The restaurant chain teamed up with YouTuber Eric to earn the Guinness World Record. It was made with more than 13,000 pounds of dough, 8,800 pounds of cheese, and 630,000 pepperoni pieces. The record-breaking project comes after Pizza Hut's reintroduction of its new Big New Yorker pizza, which was a fan favorite, brought back after 2 decades. Spanning over nearly 14,000 square feet, Pizza Hut said that the record-setting pizza will not go to waste and that the 68,000 slices will be donated to local food banks in the Los Angeles area. Very nice that they're doing that. All right, when we told you earlier, we have another big storm arriving here tomorrow night. We'll have to worry about that. We won't have to worry about that until later in the day tomorrow, but it looks like we will have another day of shoveling. Before we take the break, let's turn things over to Devin Biggs for one final look at our forecast.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Winter storm watches in effect have our next system running through parts of Thursday. We'll also have small crowd advisories up until 5 a.m. Wednesday. Significant snowfall expected in some spots. Lesser chances farther down toward the south with the track of the system at this point. We started out with very limited cloud cover this morning. Now more is moving in as we're going to be watching for a little bit of snow in the northern end of the state today. But for us, we'll stay dry with a partly to mostly cloudy sky in many areas. This is ahead of another little front that's kind of tracking in from the west going toward the east. We'll be watching for our next system moving in Wednesday night into Thursday. That'll give us that winter storm that will be moving in. But moving forward, though, futurecast showing those chances for snow in the northern ends of the state today. Otherwise, a mixture of clouds and sun further down toward the south. Really clearing out later on tonight, and that will allow temperatures to really cool off before more clouds clouds moving from the southwest going toward the north and east ahead of our next system. It gets going later on Wednesday night and then parts of Thursday. So here's a general idea. As the clouds move in, the wind starts to pick up. We start to get the precipitation going by Wednesday evening. And then we'll start to switch over to a little bit of rain as temperatures start to really warm up. So we'll be seeing rain by Thursday morning. Then by Thursday afternoon or so, we'll start seeing this back off. So once we head towards Friday, the system will be out of here. So it will be a quick mover that we will be dealing with. So as for the snow accumulations at this point, most of it will be in the northern ends of the state where some areas could see up to a foot, with lesser amounts farther down toward the south of around 2 to 5 inches or so, even farther less as you get closer toward the coast. So moving forward, though, a lot of water with this too, about 1, maybe 2 inches of water. So this is the snow and the rainfall combined before we're all finished up. So some decent water on the way for the soil across the area. And wave heights right now at around 4 to 9 feet closer towards shore and 16 feet farther out towards sea. So again, dealing with some of those ocean issues again with that cold front that's currently moving away. So your forecast for today, mid-30s, partly to mostly cloudy. That west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 1 degree tonight, getting cold out there, mostly clear and cold northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. So mostly cloudy for your Wednesday. Highs falling to the lower 20s, lower 40s Thursday with that wintry mix moving in. Lots of sunshine for your Friday before a slight chance for snow moves in again for your Saturday.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2023 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional with extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar from the Furniture Gallery. Kick back and save an extra 10% on our entire recliner selection and save up to 70% off clearance items. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Well, did you see this on social media yesterday? It was very cute. A seal is safe this afternoon after going on an adventure during yesterday's snowstorm. A plow crew spotted the little cutie Monday in Cape Elizabeth. The crew was working in the Oakhurst Road neighborhood around 1:30 in the morning when they saw it scurrying through the neighborhood. An officer responded to the area and found the seal up on the roadway. The officer was able to capture the seal and then bring it to Fort Williams Park, where it was released back into the ocean. It doesn't end there, though. According to the organization Marine Mammals of Maine, it was later spotted back up on the beach and making its way around the park. A team returned to collect the animal and eventually brought it to their facility for a full evaluation. They say it was recently weaned from its mother and has been struggling on its own. It will now remain in that facility until it puts a little weight back on so it can be released once again. From what I understand, they tried to release it into the ocean about 3 times yesterday. Each time it kept coming back. Now it's in good hands and will be well cared for. Well, that's it for now, folks. We thank you so much for joining us this noon. All the latest news tonight on ABC 7 News at 6. For now, I'm Craig Colson. We hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine